I think the most important thing coming out of this march is seeing how people across all teams, the whole department, from coaches to student athletes to the administration, is really coming together, united to amplify the voices of our Black student athletes, as well as showing unity and solidarity within the Black community, especially now more than ever. In the context of athletics, I feel like this problem has gone under the radar for way too long. My name is Emily St. John. I'm currently a sophomore on our women's soccer team. I play midfield, and my major is biological sciences with a concentration in neurobiology and behavior. I really wanted to join WOCA because I've never really been presented with a space for student athletes of color specifically. On a lot of the teams, there's only like 1 or 2 people of color. It's kind of hard not seeing other people like you and not really knowing where to start where you can find people like you. So I know that, at least for me, that's been one of the most affirming things about WOCA. I think the most important thing coming out of this is really unifying the whole athletic department to stand in solidarity with the Black community in the country as a whole, but also our teammates, and really amplify and uplift their voices and make them heard and make them seen. And I know especially for the girls in WOCA, it's so important to see people from all teams come together, supporting us so much, and really help get our message across and be united as one. I feel like the amount of support that we've gotten from the athletic department has been absolutely incredible. It is really intimidating to have a group of 300 people marching, especially during a global pandemic, but we've worked really hard with administration, Amy Foster, Jeremy Hardigan, Kath, Andy Noel, and Vice President Lombardi. And they've been so helpful to us trying to figure out how we can best do this march and do it safely and do it the most effective way possible.
I thought it went extremely well. I must admit, when I woke up this morning, it's all I could think about, and I was very excited to show up a little bit early and get involved in a little bit of the training for the staff.
At first it was really intimidating, having 300 people come and march, and they've really been helpful in trying to figure out how we can make the march as safe as possible. And they really care about supporting and amplifying our voices and making sure it's something that is student-led.
I really appreciate the leadership that the athletes showed in this initiative. They did all the detail. They got into the trenches, they did everything right, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
I think the march went so well. I think it was so powerful to march through campus with our signs, doing our chants.
And I think it was so great to continue that same message that we are only student athletes, but we are people and we are united. And of course, together, our voice is too loud for anyone to ignore.
It's just really nice, and this is like one step out of many that Cornell needs to take in order to support their Black student athletes and students in general to better their experience. So overall, I think it went really well, and I'm excited for more things like this to come.
I thought it was a good march. We want to come out here and fight for equality, fight for everyone's rights. With the current circumstance, it makes it hard, but the message stays the same.
I'm feeling hopeful, I'd say, is a good word to describe it.
It's really important to show that we're all united, that we're all fighting for the same goals, that there's still so much more that has to be done, so we have to make sure we do everything we can.
I think the biggest message that we want to get across from this march is that the whole community is coming together as one, sponsored by the university, saying we see you, we care about you. And I think that this march, especially from the support we've seen across the whole university, makes our Black athletes heard.
No justice! No justice!
I feel like it's a combination of unity, empowerment. There's so many things that this march means. The whole athletic department is standing together as one against racial injustice.